Hi everyone! It's been a week since 3 Days Grace released their album, Alienation, so I listened to it several times and I wrote a review, so let's get into it. Let's start with Dominate. It's one of my favorite songs. There's a strong bass line, strong vocals, especially from Matt on the chorus. Adam is a bit more in the background when you listen closely, especially in the verses. It's a very good song for a workout or practicing sports in general. And also in general, the message of the song is pretty strong. You fall, you get up, you fail, you try again, you dominate your fears, you dominate what others think of you, You take advantage of the opportunities in front of you. It's a simple and catchy song. The lyrics can be a little simple sometimes, but overall, 9 out of 10. Apologies, one of my favorite songs too. It kinda has a My Darkest Days / human vibe to it, so it's basically Matt's sound. I especially love the part when he kind of raps right before the chorus. It's not the first time he's done that in a song. He also did it in You Don't Get Me High Anymore, and I really love this cover. He's quite gifted for that, and I love the bridge from Adam. The bridge from Adam gives like a super other dynamic to the song, and the song would be very different without it. It's very emotional and powerful. So should I keep rating it? Okay, I'm gonna rate 10 out of 10. Mayday. The challenge for this first single was important for the band. First song we got to hear with both singers. I see a lot of fans don't like it, but I think the chorus is super addictive, especially at the end of the song when the music slows down, and there's the chorus. I also really love the music video with the plane and the party at the end, like the plane's crashing and it's a mess, but they're partying anyway. I wish they would film more music videos like this, but the song is quite good, but I would say 7 out of 10. Kill Me Fast. The beginning of the song is marvelous, and it's gonna be an emotional ride. I especially love the lyrics. I think it's a nice thing for them to talk about love, and the topic of the song is very specific, and maybe we can all relate, one side or the other. A relationship goes on for a few years, maybe, and suddenly you feel something's off. Your guts are telling you that something's off, whether you want to leave the person or whether you are the one who is left behind. My only regret, and I've already talked about that in the reaction video, is that Matt doesn't sing enough in this song. In Waves. I especially love this song because I think it's one of the best shared vocally, and the lyrics are amazing. I mean, these guys can write emotional stuff. They can write cheesy stuff, but they can also write very emotional stuff. And the bridge is one of my favorite parts from the album, and like maybe from all of their albums, The bridge it transports you into another dimension. I don't know if you get what I mean. I love it. Just for the bridge, 10 out of 10. Alienation. I didn't really like this song at first, but it's grown on me, No, I'm kidding. I still don't like it that much. I like the verses, I like the music, but I don't like the chorus. I don't know why, don't ask me why. And the lyrics are too cringy, honestly, like I am the I in isolation. Okay. But as I said, the music is nice. If I listen to the instrumental only, I really appreciate the song, except for the very beginning, which I think sounds a bit weird, but maybe they wanted to try something else, Never Ordinary, my favorite song from the album, with Dominate and In Cold Blood. But before Dominate, I prefer this one. The music and vocals and the overall feeling of this song reminds me a lot of the Outsider album. And the sweet voice of Lindsay really goes well with Matt's voice. I don't really think this song suits Adam's voice though. It's like some old Adam songs don't do well with Matt's tone, where I think it's the same reverse, but in reverse with this one. This song is a Matt song. I mean, it's for him, it's for his voice, it's for his high pitched tone, 10 out of 10, obviously, because my favorite song. Deathwish. I don't like some of the lyrics, but I love the song overall. I don't like the lyrics right before the chorus with two X's on my eyes. I mean, what are you, 12? But the worst thing in the song, the most frustrating thing in this album, by the way, is that before the guitar solo, Matt sings "Be careful what you wish for," says, and I was expecting a scream, at the end of the sentence, during the word "for," but no. I think it would have blended nice with the guitar, but no, he didn't do it. They chose not to do it, and it's really a pity, because I think we all know what kind of screams Matt can pull off, and it would have been the occasion, But so just because of the lyrics and because of the scream that is not here, 6 out of 10, yeah. Don't Wanna Go Home Tonight. This song often makes me cry, especially the bridge. And when I listened to the isolated vocals, I realized that actually the bridge, it's in two parts. The first part you hear Adam pretty well. Second part, Matt seems to harmonize a bit. Actually, no, it's the same. It's just the music that changes, and it gave me the impression that Matt was doing more harmonies, but no. This song really has a feeling of being young, and then the years pass quickly, and you're old, and you have aches everywhere on your body. It's about feeling nostalgic about people you used to hang out with, but now you have a different life, you got mature, and you don't get to see them anymore, and you're thinking of this, And I really like this song. It's really emotional, and it's like you can't escape time passing, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 or 9. Or maybe 9, 9. In Cold Blood, like I said, it's part of my favorite songs, and it actually might be my number 2. Yeah, Never Ordinary being number 1, this one being number 2. I absolutely love how hard they went on this one in terms of vocals. The bridge is insane, and once again the lyrics are really meaningful, and it's good writing. It's not cringy. I think this one is not cringy. I especially love the line, "Narcissism was our religion." I can hear them scream this. When you understand the whole topic of the song, letting a relationship die steadily, it feels really powerful. And once again, I think this song has a My Darkest Days / Outsider vibe to it. 10 out of 10. Clearly 10 out of 10. Just for the bridge. The power. I love the energy in this one, at the end of the verses and the chorus. They're really talented for that, finding specific and catchy melodies in small parts of the song, And again, I've said it many times, the bridge is fire on this song. They know how to write awesome bridges. But there is a cheesy line. I'm sorry. Like, "Don't you know you'll always be my angel?" I don't like this at all. I don't like this line at all. What's the point? I see how it kind of fits in the song, but come on, the worst is that it ends the song. Like, the song ends with cringe, And the last one, another Relapse. One of the most astonishing songs they've ever written and composed. I said that, but I haven't listened to the first albums entirely. Sorry. At first, I thought it was a love song, but actually, the more I listened to it, the more I realized that it's about addiction to certain substances, you know. Maybe it's a more meaningful song to Adam rather than the other band members. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the others were addicted to stuff too. I don't know. In terms of singing, I love the chorus. They managed to give Adam and Matt different parts with different melodies, and I've tried some editing, and you can reverse their parts, and the song still works, you know? It's really smart, and it's really cool. I'm not sure they did this on purpose, of course, but yeah. The end of the song is very interesting musically, because the music fades, and the tempo slows down, and Matt does these high vocals. I had to isolate the vocals to be sure it was Matt and it's him. So yeah, another Relapse. I would say 9 out of 10. Yeah. To conclude, this album is the renewal of the band because Adam's back and there are 2 singers now. We could have been a bit worried about their voices blending together as they are very different, but now that the album is out, I think we all pretty agree that their voices complement each other, and they really made a great decision keeping 2 lead singers. When Mayday came out, I read some harsh comments on social media saying that Matt should leave now that Adam was back, or that his mix should be lowered live, stuff like that, you know, and I still read some things like that, but it's rare. This wouldn't be the first band to have 2 lead vocalists. I won't call it Linkin Park as some do, cause Mike is the rapper and Chester/Emily are the vocalists, so we can't really compare them with 3 Days Grace now. But I think a good example is Electric Cowboy. Both singers have very different voices, and they harmonized each other. They harmonize each other, you know, because of their differences. And they're awesome. I mean, it works. Even when they bring Baby Metal, it works. So overall, Alienation is a very good album. In my top 2, I say my because I can't rank them all, as I've already said. But there are some serious defaults in this album. Let's get into it. First, the lyrics. Some lyrics, not all of them. They're sometimes too teenage-ish. Like they come out of a band that doesn't know they're part of the top, or a band whose members are in their 20s or what, you know? I mean, maybe they're still young in their minds, and I think they are, and that's good, but there's a limit to being young, you know? The production on the songs is bad for the guitar sound. I feel like Outsider and Explosions are much more powerful than this album. I won't talk about Human because it sounds underproduced somehow, like it's not loud enough, you know. A lot of fans also complained about the sound difference, saying it's not raw anymore, but I mean it's 2025 and almost all bands sound the same now regarding production. So it would be weird and it would sound old, you know, if they produced like 20 years ago. I mean, personally, I'm happy with the way it's produced overall. I just miss some guitar sound. But about the production from before, you know, from 20 years ago, for I was gonna say my darkest days, for 3 Days Grace, I think this kind of production fits Adam's voice more than the production on the Alienation album. Why do I say that? I say that because when I isolated the vocals of all the songs and I listened to the acapellas, Matt's layers, the layers on Matt's voice are okay, you know, it's like we're used to that, you know? But the layers on Adam's voice are not normal. It's like his voice is a bit lower down, you know? I mean, he's loud, he's a loud guy, so maybe he was too loud for the album. But I mean, when you isolate the vocals, and even if you don't, actually, I read some comments about this, you can hear a difference of treatment, a difference of layers on Matt's voice and on Adam's voice. You're gonna tell me it's normal, they don't have the same voice. Okay, but I think it gives the impression that something's wrong with Adam's voice when it's not the case. I mean, we heard the lives, he still has his voice, you know. I don't know why they did that though. We'll see on the next album if Matt is still here. We'll see if there's a difference. Why do I say if Matt is still here? I say this because we never know what can happen, you know. The Matt from right now may be different from Matt in 3 years. And on social media, My Darkest Days has been hinting on reuniting, you know. Just hints. It's not really clear. But I mean, it would be kind of logical, you know. I'm not saying I want Matt to leave the band. I don't. But I'm saying that it would be logical and not surprising if he wanted to go back to My Darkest Days. And maybe at this point, if there's a next 3 Days Grace album with only Adam, maybe the layers on his voice, on Adam's voice, will be different. Basically, I think I said everything I thought about this album. So it's a very, very, very good album. They're best in terms of music and melodies, in my opinion. But some things, you know, some things are not right, and I hope it's just a matter of adjusting to the new situation. Maybe it's this. We'll see in the future. So overall, I will give this album 7 out of 10. 7. The 3 points missing are because of the cringy lyrics, the vocals sometimes, and the guitar that we don't hear enough, in my opinion. It's not heavy enough, you know. That's the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't hesitate to tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if my content pleases you. And I'll see you in another video. Bye guys!